how to use cyberdojo.org. Unfortunately, the site is not very self-explanatory, but if you go to cyberdojo.org and click on Setup New Practice Session, you will see this screen. In here you can see all the different languages you can choose to do your exercises in and the frameworks you want to use to do the exercises. On the right, there's a whole list of exercises, and we'll try the Roman numerals in this video. Here you can see the instructions for the given exercise. In the green bar, there's a room number in case you want to go back to the exact same exercise, but we'll start coding right away. Once in here, you can see that this is not exactly the exercise we were supposed to get, but you always have to solve this exercise. It's a reference to the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and you're supposed to answer the meaning of life, the universe, and everything. Here are the real instructions for the exercise we were given. This test expects the answer 42, and we have to look at, we have to give the hiker answer. The hiker says it's 6 times 9. We'll see if that's correct. The test says it failed. It got 54, but it expected 42. So we'll have to go back into the hiker class and change this. If we change the 9 to a 7, that's 42, and this should solve the test. You can see that we have 1 failed test and 1 solved test, and that's what the number 2 represents. Now we're ready to do the real tests. We can start by renaming the hiker test file. Let's call it Roman test. Then we'll replace this with our own test. We want to see if we can make the number 1 become a Roman 1. Again, this fails because there is no class called the Roman converter. So we go into the hiker class and rename this to Roman converter. We also rename the class itself to Roman converter. And then we delete this entire method. Of course, this does not solve the problem. Now it says it does not contain a definition for convert, meaning it needs a method. So we'll give it a method here. Public string convert and an integer with some sort of variable and a couple of clauses. Then we'll test again. This time we get the warning that not all code paths return a value, so we have to return a value. Notice that you're not giving any help at all, not even indentation. Test again, and now this time it says it's missing the static keyword. So we'll have to go back and add a static keyword. Run the test again, and this time we see that it works. Then we can add the next test. This test is trying to see if 5 becomes a V in the Roman numerals. And it says here that it expected a V, but it was given an I. So now we have to solve that part. In the Roman converter, we can do this by using an if statement to check the value of the variable we're given. In case it's 1, return I, else return 5, and so on and so on.